guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to show you how to make this absolutely beautiful floral card using one of the new stamp sets in our annual catalog called Beautiful Friendship. It is just an absolutely gorgeous stamp set. It has lots of different types of flowers, and I just paired it up with some really pretty subtle colors in our annual catalog, and put this little precious little butterfly here, and I'm going to show you how you can make this. It's really an easy card. I popped it up so I can't, hopefully you can see that dimension there, and I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really quite simple. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to grab your Beautiful Friendship stamp set. This is photopolymer, so that's nice. The colors that I chose for this card are Petal Pink, one of our new in colors, Seaside Spray, So Saffron, and then for the leaves I did two different colors. I did Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive. I am getting the small butterfly from our Butterfly Duet Punch, and then I put just a couple of rhinestones there in the center, so you'll want to grab your rhinestones. For the cardstock, it's actually quite easy. I'm using Seaside Spray for the butterfly, so you'll just want to get a scratch piece of cardstock. I just have another scratch piece of cardstock to stamp the sentiment, and for that I also am using a couple of our dies. I'm going to be cutting out the center oval that has the stamped sentiment. I'm using our stitched shape framelit dies for that. So you're going to need your die cutting machine, and then to create just the plain oval, for that to fit into, I'm just using our layering oval dies. For the cardstock, I created a regular A2 size card. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already scored this for us at 4 1/4. So you'll just want to make sure that you fold it straight, and then we can burnish that with the bone folder. And then I am going to be doing the stamping, the floral floral stamps on another piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is just 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. So we can go ahead and start our stamping. I'm going to do all the stamping first, and then I'll go back and actually cut out the oval. So you are going to be cutting out part of your stamping, which is, for me, that's no big deal. This, because we are stamping with photopolymer stamps, I like to use the Stampin' Pierce mat printer paper because I am going to be stamping off and I don't want to get ink on my Stampin' Pierce mat. So I'm going to start off with the largest image. Oh, for the adhesive that I used a combination of snail, our foam adhesive strips to put this up, and then just like a glue dot for the butterfly, or you could use snail. All right, so I'm going to start off with Petal Pink and the largest flower, and we're just going to come right there. And I'm not doing any masking. I'm going to be stamping the flowers on top of one another, and I think it looks just fine. Before we cut out the oval, this may look a little scary, so don't be too concerned. And then I'm going to go to the rose, and I'm using So Saffron. And of course, being from Texas, I had to do the Yellow Rose of Texas. So any of my fellow Texans out there, there's a nod to you. Even though I've almost lived in Florida longer than I did in Texas, which is just so wild. I can't believe that. Okay, and then for the double floral image, I'm using Seaside Spray, which I absolutely love. This color is just stunning. I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I am. And then I'm going to come right here. right there. Okay, so I know that, like I said, this kind of looks ugly, but now we're going to come in and fill in with the leaves, and hopefully it will start to come together. So let's start off with Pear Pizzazz, and I am going to be stamping Pear Pizzazz, just the 2 little leaves, and I'm just going to come in and fill in around the yellow roses. And then I'm going to use Old Olive for the leaves that have the image that has 3 leaves. And just kind of come in and just fill in wherever. Just like so. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do our sentiment. And I chose the sentiment that says, "So very happy to know you," but you can see there's some really pretty ones. Birthdays, beautiful friendship, a very big congratulations. So this is really kind of a nice stamp set that you can use for a variety of occasions. And I just need to find where my, oh, there we go. There's that piece of paper, and I am using Seaside Spray again. And we'll stamp that right there in the center. Okay. And now what we can do is go ahead, I'm going to use my Big Shot and bring that in and die cut the stitched oval for this, and then the plain oval for that. Okay, and let's see here. I can never remember which oval. I think it's the second smallest one. Yes. And so what I'm going to do is just make sure that that is even all the way around the oval. And that looks good. Okay, I am using the oval that is about 2 3/4 inch long. And I'm going to position this here in the bottom left of our cardstock panel. The only thing is sometimes I hate to cut out these flowers. They're so pretty, but that's okay. Okay, so when we're all done, it's going to look like this. And we can go ahead and bring in our card base. So that's what it looks like after we cut it out. And like I said, I'm using the foam adhesive strips. And the reason why I like the foam adhesive strips is because it makes putting dimension around the oval so easy. The strips you can bend, and it's very important to put adhesive around this cutout because you don't want your card, you don't want this center part to sag. So 1 long strip should be plenty. Okay. And then I'm just going to run the foam adhesive strips just around the edge of the card. Okay, and now let's go ahead and put this on, making sure it's even around all 4 sides. Okay. And you can see how nice that oval is supported That is not going to cave in at all. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of snail to put this in the center. And if you don't press down too hard, you should be able to pick this up and adjust it if you need to. And then once you're happy with where you placed it, then you can press it down so it adheres. I think it's down for the count. That's okay. All right, so now let's just go ahead and punch out our cute little butterfly. And what I did is I just took it and just bend it right here in the center. And then let's put a couple of glue dots on this. And that's just going to go right there. And then let's get our rhinestones. And I'm just going to put 2 right in this, just to create the little body. And these are the, these rhinestones probably are from a paper pumpkin project. And these are the medium size rhinestones. All right, and then that is our finished card. So let me bring the first one in so you can see how each of them is going to be completely unique because you're going to be stamping the flowers differently. And I just think it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Very pretty. I love these colors together. So again, that was using Beautiful Friendship. This is a beautiful stamp set that you can find in our annual catalog. And then just use some fun colors and kind of dressed it up, die cutting out the center with our oval dies and stitched oval dies, and just added a fun little butterfly. All right, guys, well, if you have any questions about the items that I used today, please head on over to istampin.com. You can always comment below on today's video if you have any questions. And if you need any assistance with your order, I am always available, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.